Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're gonna be ranking all of Good Kid songs from normal all the way up to bubbly. Alright, let's get into it. Okay. Kicking things off, we have the first song. In fact, it's normal. How do I say this? Yeah, this is the first song I've ever listened to from them, and it's what got me into Good Kid. And for that reason alone, I'm putting it at A tier. Like, it's not an S tier, but it's a really good song. Alright, next up we have this is Atlas, if I'm not mistaken. Atlas, if I'm not mistaken. This is their second song, in fact. And if I'm gonna be honest, this really didn't stick to me that much as Nomu, because Nomu really was a star of this whole like Good Kid train, as you can tell. Oh, Fortnite! So for that reason, I think Atlas is like a, if I'm not mistaken, I would say this is a C or a B. But honestly, I would just put it as C. It's not my favorite song from them, but it's not bad. It's not great. Nothing special coming out of it. And yeah, we're moving on. Alright, next up, oh, this is a good one. We have Witches. Witches is a really high upbeat with a really fast tempo, whatever you want to call it. I'd say Witches is solid B tier. It's a good song, but it's not as good as No More, if I'm gonna be honest. The next song we have Tell Me You Know, and I'm gonna be honest, this is an easy S tier. Why? I don't know. The guitar riff is really catchy. I mean, it's not really a guitar riff, you would say so, but it just gives you those happy vibes, and like it feels like a workout music if you think about it. Alright, the next song we have is Alchemist. Alchemist is an easy top 3 song. This is a really phenomenal. This is phenomenal work from Good Kid. But I think Alchemist is one of their best songs, if not their best. I will have to see it later. But so far, this is an easy top 3. Why, you may ask? I don't know. It just gives that really Good Kid vibe, and it's what makes them Good Kid. Like, you can't go wrong with that. Alright, next song we have Faster. Faster is kinda repetitive, if I'm gonna be honest. It's just this time I want you. But it is a good song. So for that reason alone, I'm giving it a B tier. Alright, next song we have Slingshot. Now, I did not listen to it until like a few months ago, which I've been listening to Good Kid for almost 2 years almost. I've only started listening to this song like a month ago, and my gosh, I regretted not listening to this earlier. This is such a good song. It's not a top 3, but it's definitely in the S tier though. A really good song. Alright, next up we have Everything Everything. This is actually the second song. I actually listened to this at the same time as Nomu, on the same day, if I'm not mistaken. As a first song for me, I think it's on the same tier as Nomu. It's not as good as Nomu, but it's on the same tier as Nomu. It's a really great song. Alright, next song we have Down With The King. Is an A tier. It's a high A tier. I love this song. It's slightly better than Nomu, but not by a far margin. It's like equal, but I prefer Down With The King more. Alright, next song we have is Drifting. Drifting is such a nice song. It's really well melodically written, and I love the guitar riff. My gosh, the guitar solo. In the end, it's just fantastical. So with that alone, I think the Drifting is a mid S tier, if I were to say. It's a mid S tier. It's better than Slingshot, but not as good as, you know what? It's better than Tell Me You Know. Yeah, you fight me for it. Next up, we have A Low Light, and I think A Low Light is a really solid song. I really loved this song when it first came out, but then it kind of like left my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Not saying that it's bad or anything. It's just, you know, it's not as memorable as I thought it was. It would be a top 3. That's how much I love this song. But for like certain reasons, I think it's like it kind of dropped down to a like a S tier. It's a good song, but I would have put this at top 3 if I'm gonna be honest. Next up we have Pox. If I'm not mistaken, I forgot this song existed, but like after I did listen to this like a while back. When I mean a while back, I mean like yesterday, just to make before doing this tier list. So Pox is a B tier. It's not great. It's not that good. It's just like, you know, how do you say this? If the baby had a baby. Alright, next up we got Orbit. This is a really catchy song. It's one of my headbangers. I really listen to this all the time, but it's just that it's so repetitive, if I want to be honest. I think this is a B tier, not gonna lie. It's a high B tier. It's better than Faster, if I'm gonna be honest. Anyways, the next song we have is No Time to Explain. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is definitely this is a top 3 song in my opinion. It's just so catchy and so like, honestly I nearly cried listening to that song. Right? No, I'm just kidding. I never cry. I don't cry. Men don't cry. Alright, next up we got First Rate Town. This is kind of a forgettable song, but I think this is a really underrated song in my opinion. So for that alone, I think this is A tier. I mean, I would have put it lower because like not many people like this song from what I see, but I think this song is actually not that bad though. Alright, next up we got Mimi's Delivery Service, and I think this is a solid S tier song. It's very recent, but I think it's one of their best recent ones yet, not gonna lie. Next up we have one of their EP releases, which is Osmosis. And I think Osmosis is solid B tier. The song is not amazing in general, but like it gives like vibes when you're swimming, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, the song is about water, so you can't go wrong with that. Next up we have probably one of, if not their most beautiful songs, melodically well written songs, and I think this is definitely a top 3 song in my opinion. This is an absolute masterpiece, bro. Like I'm gonna cry. Not gonna lie, I did cry listening to this song. Now see, I did not like this when they first released, but like it kind of grew on me, so I think it was gonna be a D tier. It was that low, by the way. It was gonna be a D tier. But now that I think about it, it is a fun song, like for about cowboys and stuff. So with that case, I'm gonna put it at like a B tier. It's a low B. It's not as good as Pox, but like it's where it is.
Don't you?
Alright, now we're getting into the heat right now. From the start, it's not one of their original songs. It is a cover from Laufi, Leve, whatever you want to call it. And I think this is a good cover. It's a really good cover. It catches the tone of the song well, but like a bit of a good kick twist, you know what I'm saying? Now in my opinion, I think this is definitely a high S tier. This is a high S tier. It's a really good cover. If there was a top 5 list, I would definitely put this in the top 5. But just because there isn't, and it's my list, so it's definitely an S tier. It's a really good cover. I love how they improvise from the song to the melodies to the riffs to like the chord progressions and all that. I think it's a solid song. And finally, their latest song, which they released, if I'm not mistaken, when was this song released? Shit. This song was released 4 days ago, from the time I'm recording this, if I'm not mistaken. Bubbly is their latest single, and in my opinion, I think this is an S tier song. Their latest stuff has been really good lately, and I really appreciate it from them, bro. That's a wrap. That's gonna be a wrap for our Good Kid tier list. Keep in mind, this is my opinion, and I don't care about your opinion, by the way. Just to clarify, I really love Good Kid. I really appreciate what they're doing now. Their new stuff, like their very recent stuff, has been like really good. And I hope they like keep up this like consistency, and I can't wait for EP4. from them. So like, yeah, if you're watching this, good kid, I love y'all. Peace. Atlas, if I'm not mistaken. Shut the fuck up. Oh my goodness, stupid ass shit. If I were to call this a good song, I think everyone will go rogue. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, no, cut that out, Shark. It really sets a really emotional tone to whoever you, depending on who you're talking to. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's redo that, Shark. Alright, next up we have Tell Me You Know. Tell me you know. Tell me you know. Ah! And it's definitely something that everyone should listen to. Okay, I think I should shut the fuck up. Actually, no, not gonna lie. Alright, the next song we have, that is Alchemist. Yeah, Alchemist is a fuck. I also like how this song is inspired by Full Metal Alchemist, which I don't even watch that show honestly, but I just know this song is this. Fuck. Excuse me. Oh fuck. Oh. Actually, no, I'm not gonna play a top 3, I'm sorry. Alolite is how the fuck do I say? Oh my gosh. Cool song, if I'm gonna be honest. What the fuck? You know what? Bubbly. Next up we have one of their album and I think Osmosis is solid beat here. Long story short, they did release this song earlier, but like actually no, that's not the story. The story behind this song is pretty interesting. Actually, let's rewind that. And I love how they I love how they what do you call that shit again?